So today you've got a meeting with Pedals at 10 o'clock to go through technical learnings from the race weekend. After that you've got a meeting with Dominic at 10:30 to talk about partner update. At 11 o'clock you've got a budget planning pre-Austrian meeting with Alistair. And then Jonathan at 11:30 for a race team update to talk about pit stops. And then building update with Caroline at 12.
Morning.
Italian Grand Prix staff debrief at 2 o'clock, and then you're walking around the factory with Rob Higton.
Morning, Nicole, you right?
Yeah, how are you?
Good.
And then at 4 you've got an inventory, storage and disposal policy sign-off, and Ed sent you that to have a look beforehand.
That sounds interesting.
So if you could sign that.
He's a tight bugger, Daniel, isn't he? Water at Nice Airport, £7. Typical racing driver, they'll recharge. Snacks at Heathrow, all he does is eat. The most generous driver was actually DC, who was Scottish, which was quite bizarre. But probably Liuzzi was the tightest one I ever came across. The guys got back probably 1 o'clock this morning, and the lot of them will be in for 8:30, 9 o'clock this morning. Well done. I think that was about the maximum we were going to get out of it, to be honest. So. Bonjour. Well done. Got to push to get the turnaround sorted out for Singapore now, and then some of the guys will be leaving on Sunday, maybe even Saturday for Singapore.
Hello,
Well done, Roberto.
Well done.
Yeah, I think that was about the best we're going to get. Hi, Nathan.
Take
Hi,
that.
guys.
Yeah.
So, yeah, exactly. Roll on Singapore.
Roll on Singapore.
What's all this rubbish?
That's confidential paperwork.
Shredding.
For the shredder, yeah.
Okay, see you later. Right, we'll go through Adrian's office. As you can see, he's got a clear desk policy and simple filing structure over here, so I'm sure he knows where all his papers are.
My responsibility is to look after Christian and also Adrian. Adrian's tricky because he likes everything printed off. So you've seen all the paperwork in there. And I started printing off today's emails, and that will go on and on. So he just likes everything printed off. So when he's driven home of an evening, he can go through and read it all properly. Christian's different because he's just next door, so he can react quite quickly to anything that comes in. So he's different to work with. Adrian tends to be at his drawing board, quietly drawing, so you have to be quite quiet around him.
Money on something, it's usually okay or no.
Christian was in Melbourne for a Grand Prix, and he emailed me and said, right, challenge for you, I need you to get me an Airedale Terrier puppy male by Easter weekend. And I love animals, but I know nothing about Airedale Terriers. So I've been in touch with all the breeders and sorted that all out and got the puppy, Hugo. And then I had to get another one called Margot.
So I'm Ron Dennis sitting at my desk and thinking, there's no clear desk policy at Red Bull.
Morning, Christian.
You all right?
Yes, thanks, you?
Good. All right. Turnaround for Singapore, so chassis 5.
Yep, Sebastian's going to get 5. Daniel will stay in 2.
Yeah.
I think 1 comes back as a spare and 4 comes out for us, and work to be done on it.
Yeah.
So that's underway. A little bit of work on rear wings. Obviously, we're revising to the opposite end of the downforce spectrum for Singapore, so we'll take the array of bits with us. What I think we need to do is be thoroughly prepared with the knowledge we've gained from Belgium and Italy to know what's coming for Singapore and know all the characteristics we're going to enjoy. Most of the corners are quite slow. The majority of them are 90 degrees, but some are a bit longer, and we'll get through. As we fly the car in pieces rather than built, but in terms of finishing off rear suspension details, clutch and so on, we're in good shape.
Super. All right. Very good. Thank you,
very
Paul.
much.
So the plan is to get a few more of those, and you know, we're effectively running out of space, but it's always a good problem to have. We're a bit superstitious, so you can see they're fairly rammed in, so we don't want to put an empty trophy cabinet up. I don't believe it's a good thing to have an empty cabinet, so we'll ram as many as we can in first, and then we've got maybe another wall that we can get onto. But these are the big 2. So there's a driver's one there, so you can see Sebastian's name on it 4 times, and the constructor's one here, again with Red Bull on it the last 4 years. So it's a good reminder when people come in to work in the morning that, you know, they walk past both of those trophies. You know, they know what they're coming in to work for. We're now going into the scruffiest department in the business, because it's supposedly creative. Morning, Tom. A short debrief about the weekend.
Really good. Had about 200 people upstairs in Paddock Club.
How does that suite compare?
To be honest, yeah. I mean, we prepared again the biggest suite that any of the other teams or sponsors had. So no, it worked really well.
Well, without the money, we can't make the bits, we can't go faster. So sponsorship revenue in the team has grown massively. I mean, this department, how big was this department 10 years ago when we started?
Well, we started with 7, 8 people.
Yeah, now we're about 30 odd.
The net result on the pit stop is, as you can see, all these wheels are fully off at this point when this one's still on, and the gun vent's completely out of the way. So this week we'll be targeting that in pit stop practice on that corner.
I think on the main operating costs, I think most of the departments are logical submissions, challenging but logical.
No caller, this is either Bernie or the other half. Hi. Hello. Looking back at the weekend, I think 5th and 6th places are actually better than we could have expected. We were beaten by 2 Works Mercedes and 2 very quick behind us, powered by Mercedes. So I think actually with the horsepower deficit that we had, with the low downforce settings that we elected to take into the race, I think the team extracted everything there was to be got out of the car over the course of the weekend. And you know, obviously the drivers did their bit as well. Singapore has to be one of our strongest chances, you know, since Budapest, and it's important we go there and have clean weekends, you know, reliability, that the car build goes okay. You know, there's some opportunities coming up for us, and it's important we're there to capitalise on them, as we have done with the other 3 race wins that we've achieved so far this year. Thank you very much. You know, every now and again, a direction has to be set or a target has to be set. But it's a question of trusting in the group that you have around you, to have the faith in them that they're going to get on with their element. And I think the biggest thing that's changed in the last 10 years is that when I first came here, when Red Bull had first bought the team from Jaguar, there's a total lack of trust between the different departments. You know, one department would blame the other. Sorry, I've got to say this is Mr. Ricciardo. So, are you in Munich?
Yeah, just hungry.
Good. I just wanted to have a chat with you because obviously there's a few bits and pieces that... Hi, Caroline, see you tomorrow.